Hi guys, welcome back to Edgewood channel. So in this video we will be dealing with anaplasmosis. So if you haven't subscribed our channel yet, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell button. So introduction. Anaplasma species are the small bacteria-like species or the Rickettsia, which is a dark red-bodied organism with no cytoplasm. And they occur mainly inside erythrocytes, that is RBC. So etiological agents, Anaplasma marginale, Anaplasma centrale, Anaplasma phagocytophilum, Anaplasma patis, and Anaplasma bovis. So these are the main important species under Anaplasma genus. So you can see Anaplasma marginale, Anaplasma centrale, and Anaplasma ovis. The ovis is another species which affecting the sheep and goat. So in case of marginal, the definitive host is cattle and usually near the margin of RBC. That's why they are called as marginal. And central, their location will be in the center of the RBC. That's why they are called central. So moving to the anaplasma marginal. Oh, it was actually first described by the Arnold Taylor, and this will cause an infection in cattle called as bovine anaplasmosis or the gall sickness. That is, it will be affecting the gallbladder and it will be producing mild to severe hemolytic disorders in the dairy and beef industries. It is a big problem. So usually there is only one organism in an RBC, but sometimes there are two or more organisms inside the RBC. So the transmission is actually biologically by the ticks, that is Rhipicephalus annulatus or Bophilis decoloratus, Bophilis microplus, Dermacenter albipictus, Dermacenter andersoni, etc. So the tick transmission can occur from stage to stage, that is interstadial, or within a stage, that is intrastadial. Now, transplacental transmission is also present. Mechanically, the biting flies such as tabanids, horn flies, deer flies, table flies can also transmit the disease. So this is the Bophilis. So the life cycle, the organism will enter in the red cell by invaginating the cell membrane so that a vacuolar structure will be formed and thereafter it divides to form an inclusion body which will be having 8 initial bodies packed together. So this is the replication cycle in case of cattle. So the pathology, anemia is mainly due to the RBC destruction mainly in the spleen. The carcass of the cattle that die from anaplasmosis are generally marked as anemic and jaundiced. The spleen shows a decreased lymphoblast and there are serious effusions in the body. The liver will be mottled and yellow in orange. The gallbladder is often distended and it will be containing thick brown or green bile. That's why it is known as gall sickness. So the pathogenesis after an incubation period of 4 weeks, there will be acute febrile reaction and all. So actually the pathogenesis is divided into 4 stages. Incubation stage, developmental stage, convalescent stage and the carrier stage. So what happens in the incubation stage? The incubation means the anaplasma marginal gets into the body and it is taking the time to replicate and produce more copies. Okay. So whenever it will be completely affecting 1%, it is known as the incubation stage. It is actually ranging from the 3 to 8 weeks. During this time, the animal remains healthy and will not be showing much signs of being affected. So developmental stage. During the developmental stage, what happens? It actually lasts for 4 to 9 days. The animal will start giving clinical signs. That is, clinical anemia will be visible and there will be decrease in the milk production. The skin becomes pale around the eye, muzzle and lips and all. There will be constipation, excitement, rapid weight loss, etc. Next is the convalescent stage. That is, cattle will survive the clinical disease, lose weight and abort calves. If at all there is pregnancy, means abortion is common. So what happens? In the convalescent stage, the blood values will go to the normal stage and the erythropoiesis will be increased and the peripheral blood will be showing more hemoglobin levels. So death normally occur during the late developmental stage or early convalescent stage. So what happens in case of carrier stage? If at all the cattle is not dead or it has recovered from the disease, it will be acting as the carrier without showing any clinical signs. So the diagnosis is actually the microscopic examination under the GIMSA stained and the actually you can go for the microscopic examination is the best examination. So this is the anaplasma marginal. So you can see in the margin it's mainly found. The margin of RBC is having anaplasma marginal. So the treatment is actually oxytetracycline, which is actually the protein synthesis inhibitor. So vaccines are present Amvac and Anaplas are the two vaccines practiced in many countries. So controlling of the tick is a very good important manner and the best method to prevent the infection, controlling the ticks. So Anaplasma bovis, they are actually the host is cattle and the vector is Hyaloma anatolicum. You can see all those details. Anaplasma platis. So it has got another name that is Ehrlichia platis. It will be producing infectious canine cyclic thrombocytopenia in dogs. Next is Anaplasma centrale. They are actually less pathogenic than marginal and the organism will be mainly found in the center of an erythrocyte. So next is the phagocytophilum, which is always causing the Pasteur fever or the tick-borne fever and all. So it will be affecting the human also. Thank you guys.